team idea, using that armor, sneaking in, trying to overwhelm them. It lost. It lost every time. So at this point, you go with what has worked as we get into what can be the final spot for one of these two going down here at 4th place, T1ff4ny and Stahly versus Synume and Leviathan to kick things off.
Yeah, the fight for the losers finals right now currently, and we are going in swinging. Look how volatile this has been. That downers, Mike, are you kidding me?
That was so good by Synume. As soon as he realized that Stahly tried to go out there to catch Leviathan, the dodge was already burned. You get that battering, you cover him with the down special in the air and instantly getting an early knockout.
Synume, understanding the situation, is still putting in a lot of that damage, but now he's the one that needs to struggle to try to follow up and try to land back on the ground. Gets a follow from the battering right there too onto T1ff4ny, and here comes a smoke screen as well. Everyone getting hit in a little bit inside here, but it's the follow-ups here from Leviathan, or rather Synume, who's trying to catch some of the landings that are important.
Look at Leviathan trying to stay in the fray to catch all of them. Meanwhile, the trade-off is going to work in favor of for Batman getting out there, but Superman, Stahly sneaking his way back through to get back on stage.
Here you go now, Stahly now coming right back in though, trying to find a way to dump them up after getting a pretty big head with that buff real quick. Tries to catch him, but the tether to pull them back in is so important. Synume always ready for that.
Already 2 lives in favor, but 135 and 132, that's pretty much can disappear at any straight hit. But speaking of those straight hits, uppercut into another one. Finally, an up air comes in where T1ff4ny finds a mark, but they're currently up very big here, Vicky, in this first game as they find another one off stage. Getting that downer, instantly covering after the play from Batman. Great communication. That is why they are so dangerous off stage.
Can we talk about Leviathan's survivability there too? He was like, what, 147 at that point there before he went in for the spike? Insane damage output there.
That was so sneaky. After you see Synume go off stage to go for that down special, you make the immediate call for Leviathan. Burst out there. You have that mobility as Rain Dog that can surprise people, and that downer is huge. If you cannot dodge in that situation, you're forced to jumper special, that is basically game over.
We're not wasting any time though. We're going on to game number 2 immediately. The big head though into the big ice breath is a nice way to actually control a lot of that early game space.
And that's what you need to establish. You need to get that ice breath up and get that debuff, because if you want any type of hope to stop the red team, you need to slow them down as much as possible with that debuff.
So important there, and with the tether, you're going to be able to pull him right back in. It's Leviathan who's always on his toes to make sure that Synume is going to be enabled in this situation. A lot of damage output in general, but very even in terms of the down air spike though. You have to try to make it back. There's that big hitbox that you keep mentioning, Ajax.
And another one off the side, and quote from Leviathan himself, the illusion of choice. There was nothing you could do out there. You thought you could dodge away, down air from Rain Dog. You thought you could get back up, side air from Batman, and they're already in another dominant lead as they're converting off of each other so well.
And the projectile there too, to actually cover his back when he has to land on the ground here is amazing. A lot of damage, but you got the tether once again to just pull him right back in. You think you're going to try to get the follow-up, you think you're going to try to get the grab, but you thought.
That tether mattered so much because there was 9 stacks of ice debuff. There was no world where Batman got out of there. But right now, Rain Dog trying to do a similar situation in that, using that up special to roll right on through, sneak the way back on, and now they have a double up potential here on the Superman, but Superman is just going to live just long enough.
Oh, you see the attempt right here from Leviathan to try to get the follow-up. He's still alive right now. Synume now trying to help cover him because you see that Stahly understands that Leviathan has been a problem. He's stuck by the platform, but he's got the tether currently onto Synume.
And right now, T1ff4ny, all the great things we were saying about T1ff4ny before with that defense and inability to get hit, they basically just said, what if we just jump Superman? It's been so much better for them since they made that focus as they do it again. The uppercut comes through. Here's a double up potential. Gonna use that platform to evade, however, as soon as Stahly tried to jump in.
And he's at 85. He's trying to avoid Stahly right now, who's trying to put in some of that extra damage. It's T1ff4ny's survivability. How is T1ff4ny still alive? The dance into claiming a life.
Very good punish there after Leviathan used all of those resources to hopefully find an up air on T1ff4ny, but that down air might be enough. It's not going to be enough, and gonna get knocked away, not able to convert, and they find it, and Leviathan and Synume move up 2 games in the set.
I love what I am seeing between the Rain Dog and the Batman. Leviathan, though, can we talk about Leviathan real quick? Because this Rain Dog, between the spikes, not just the spikes, but then the tether saves as well, has allowed them to really maintain stage control.
Oh, but Rain Dog can't get knockouts. Rain Dog can't find it. Well, not when it's attached to Leviathan. Leviathan maneuvers his way into the most optimal positions to convert and get those knockouts. It is very dangerous to see when you are in that spot. What was that, Appa? All right, yip. Come on, get back into the bracket, boy. We got more matches to
Gotta
go.
get back in the ring right now. Hello.
Synume, of course, over on the other side, waiting. Getting themselves situated. Oh, wait, hold on, Leviathan. Hold on. I see him hovering over this idea. This is not something. Okay, all right, he's going to go away. Leviathan was like looking, I was like, maybe. That is another character in the deep pool of pocket potential that Leviathan has, that Garnet. But I think very similar to the Shaggy, the armor that you're looking for on the characters isn't enough to deal with what Velma's been able to do. Sticking with that Rain Dog, the mobility that you have had, the range to get back in, that's what you need to stick with. They're currently up 2 games for it, Vicky.
Let's see if they can keep it going right now. Sitting at match point, currently 1 game away from moving on into the losers finals, and the smoke screen immediately comes out again. You see the big head again coming in with the buff. It's that cooldown buff in general, but the tether to call right back in. It's the Leviathan way of saying, Synume, I got you right now. You can go absolutely crazy, but I'll make sure I got your back on.
Oh, the mini game of getting by Batman, getting in the way, trying to get down there, but somehow Tiffany was able to get in quick enough to threaten the idea of Synume for going for it down there and got Stahly out of there.
Managed to go right through the platform, though, too. You look at the amount of space that Leviathan has also been able to get in, which is so much of these follow-ups, though. He's still going. This is a lot of damage put onto Stahly.
Dare to near the up air, and immediately they're just trying to cover on it, and then they get the knockout on the side. Now Tiffany can't get away, and that mixed up the DI. You got hit to the right, and then you hold to the left to try and get knocked out. Well, guess what? You got caught by Rain Dog.
Synume and Leviathan came in swinging from the very start of this. Look at the amount of damage that they are taking right now versus what we saw from Tiffany and Stahly with those follow-ups from Leviathan.
They are having absolutely nothing to do with this. They are trying to get a 3-0 right now. Then Stahly's great ability to get those edge guards has disappeared. It's been impossible to send them off stage. You need Velma's support, but Velma hasn't been able to play either because the Bat Bomb's been there, and it's been impossible to find them off stage.
Oh, the way that they are just trying to narrow things down onto Synume in general. They're trying to cover his way of making it right back, and Leviathan trying their best to actually keep them in. The up air attempts into the grab automatically up by the ceiling.
Great anti-air, but that Bat Bomb's on you. You using the dodge at the right second to get away from that battering is going to get broken in the midst of that. But actually, no, it didn't. Somehow he snagged it back. But the Sniper Punch trying to sneak through their own smoke, not going to get that knockout they're looking for.
Oh, they get that spike, though, onto the ground, though. You're going to see the proper DF from Leviathan as he goes in, not only with the spike, he said, hold on, I'll let you get the follow-up right here. You want to get that uppercut? Get it right close to the black.
That uppercut removed a lot of defensive capabilities. You have to fall in with the up air and gets caught off the bounce. Somehow, Stahly's still alive.
Okay, all right. They finally claim him, but he was living for a really long time after getting sent down to the graveyard for a while.
Oh, and throwing Rain Dog in to try and get a sneaky play. That is a lot of knockback, by the way, when you're throwing Rain Dog, but that's also some incredible knockback, catching the recovery, sending him to the blast zone.
Leviathan, of course, on the Rain Dog has a big hurt box here, but their progress, their focus is on Tiffany in general with a lot of that damage put onto her.
And this could be so close right now. Tiffany at 119. They're currently looking at what could be a 3-0. Down there gets him off the top, and Leviathan and Synume take a 3-0 dominant victory and knock Tiffany and Stahly out of the running. Hugs coming out, of course, Leviathan walking over to show that love. This is what we appreciate. This is what you see offline. The great competition, friends being made.